Hi everyone, sorry about that. The battery battery got flat. So this is part 2 of series 2 of the Oracle card, my Oracle card series. I hope you enjoyed it so far. Okay, so Oracle cards speak through imagery, metaphor, memory, and the body. Imagery regarding, I think we had that before. I'm going to pick this one because I think this is a good one. Coming to life, I think that's a good one. So it speaks about imagery. The imagery on this card is someone who looks like they've been trapped in either plaster or ice. Coming to life is the name of the card. 29 is the number of the card. And it looks like they're coming to life. The plaster is coming off them and they're getting ready. They've got the spark of life in their hand. And they're getting ready to jump out. They're waiting for the second leg to come out of that plaster, and they're getting ready to leap into life again. Now, metaphor. So we've seen the imagery. Now, speaking as a metaphor, we could have been stuck down somewhere. We could have been, stagnating somewhere, just feeling like we can't move forward yet because we're in a certain situation. So the metaphor, this is our metaphor for things are coming to an end. Just hold on a little bit more. And once that is over, because everything goes in cycles, and we can't move forward unless we finish a cycle, as you all know. So this cycle is nearly finished. There's just a little bit to go before you can basically spring back into life again, because there's probably many things that you've wanted to do and many things you've wanted to see, and it may be holiday, it may be a time to go on holiday, but you've still got 4 weeks to go work, so there's not much you can do. So there's part of you going, yes, I can't wait, I'm going to Thailand, Vietnam, UK, wherever you may be going, but there's 4 weeks left, so I've just got to, wait it out these next 4 weeks. Once I've out of it, I'm out, I've gone. And it also speaks on memory as well. You've probably been in a situation like this previously, where, you've had to wait, like kids at Christmas, okay, 10 sleeps till Christmas, wake up the next day, 9 sleeps till Christmas, something like that, somewhere in your life where you've had to wait and just wait it out. So this is where the metaphor comes in. We've got the imagery, the metaphor, and the memory, and then the body. What is the body saying? What do you feel when you're looking at something like this? To me, I'm feeling like I really want to jump out of the chair, but I know I've just got to wait and just be patient. So these are the 4 different ways that Oracle cards help us to receive the information that they're wanting to tell us. Now, sometimes, especially when we're first beginning to read Oracle cards or even tarot cards, you have this, you've got the great cards come out, you've got the spark, you've got the, the intention to read, and you really want to read them. But then the fear comes across. What if I'm not good enough? I don't understand what it's quite saying. So this is when our intuition is a little bit blocked. We feel blocked. But what we're doing basically, because I know it's, initially it is very hard. We put a wall up. We put the barrier up. Now, a lot of time it's because we're givers. So we're giving the energy, because it's all got to do with energy. What we do is we give energy to people. We help people. Here, let me help you. And we want to be helpers on an energetic and spiritual platform as well. So we want to give. But when reading cards, we need to learn to receive. And what we're receiving from these cards is the wisdom and the language that they want us to put forward when we're reading for ourselves or even other people. So that's one of the barriers that gets, we put up. We don't do it intentionally, but we've just got to change our way of operating. We're not givers. We're, not giving first. We have to receive. We have to learn to receive first and then give. So what can you see when you see this card? Let me know in the comments. With the card Spark, what do you see? What are you receiving? Let me get another one. So if that makes sense, because a lot of the time, we are givers. We do give, and we want to give someone a good reading. But we need to turn the operations around to be receivers, and then we can be givers. So because it is a two-way street. So what we need to do also, if you have someone sitting opposite you in a reading, what you're doing is you're receiving their language, you're receiving their energy, their symbols, and that's what you're reading and you're giving it back. So there's a lot of things within, reading the cards, oracle cards, tarot cards, that a lot of the time is not mentioned. You have someone sitting opposite you. It is that person opposite you is a mirror. So the reading you're giving that person, that there could be messages in that reading for you as well, because you're basically reading for yourself. It may, because you can feel your memory comes in. The person's going through, pretty hard times in their life. They could be going through a divorce. They could have gone through death of a parent or a spouse, or having problems with their teenage kids or something. But in some context, you can relate because you've been through those circumstances as well. Not to say that you know what they're feeling, because they would be feeling something totally different, because that's their journey, their story. And I've got Crumpet here now, who's going to help me with this story. So, hello. Hello. What are you doing? You're coming to help. Right, let me move this. Thank you. So as soon as we pull our barriers down and operate in that different way where we're now receiving, that's going to help you a lot. Again, that's going to give you a big connection to your deck. Okay, unexpected visitors. What are you feeling and reading in this card? Excuse me, please. Excuse me. Okay, bye-bye. What are you receiving out of this card? Unexpected visitors. There's a little rabbit there and a girl peeping around the corner where you're not really expecting to come in. Pick up a couple of other cards as well. We've had that one. What about that one? Movement. So oracle imagery, it activates memory, emotion, and ancestral knowing. So it activates something within our subconscious, because our subconscious speaks in symbols. And it's through these symbols that helps unlock things within ourselves. Now, movement, what are you receiving from this card, movement? For me, because there's a windmill up here and there's a kind of like an island on the emu's back, the emu or ostrich. It's an ostrich. Yeah. So it's either time to move, and you've got the movement with the balloon up here. Now the red balloon, red relates to the base chakra, which in turn it looks after the security and safety and the grounding. But it's up in the sky. So movement, this can mean that you're moving to another country, another state. You've got the tree here, which trees, they're rooted and grounded in the ground, in the earth, in the base chakra here. So it means, to me, it means that you're picking up your roots and moving somewhere different. That's what I'm getting from this card here. Let's pick a couple more. Okay, I'm just going to shuffle and see what comes up. Okay. Golden Palace. Well, it's fairly overgrown. And there's a quarter of the moon up there. What number is it? 23, which relates to 5. Fives in numerology usually mean change. In tarot, they're change or confusion. It's a little bit overgrown, so you can sort of see the tops of the windows. Golden Palace, which is semi-hidden. If it was me, I'd chop all that down to show it out a bit more. So it's kind of like bring yourself out of hiding or something. Chop down the overgrowth and bring yourself out of hiding. 2 more. That one, 42, which relates to 6, wide open. Jumping out in the wide open spaces. What are you getting from that card? And 1, 2, 3 cards. What about balancing out that one? The ship. Getting out rose petals on a crystal ball. It looks like a masthead there. What do you think, Crump? Okay. Balancing act. And it's number 11. So the string could be tied to another person that looks like that. Number 11. So they're just different ways. Excuse me. Thank you. Different ways to connect to your deck. I like journaling, and that helps me connect to the deck a lot better, but also knowing what the intention was of the author, of why they made the cards in the first place. So I hope you enjoyed this series. Sorry it's broken in two. Trumpet likes being the center of attention, as you probably have guessed, don't you? Do. So thank you again, and please leave comments, subscribe, and I'll leave the details in the description box. I'll link as well for the PowerPoint little journal for today's episode. So have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Take care.